My name is Brian Burley.
My name is Dr. Jeff Mallory.
My name is Sharice Nance.
My name is Les Scales.
My name is Camille Scantling.
My name is Courtney Williamson.
Intentional.
Diligent.
Consistent.
Courageous.
Risk taker.
Hardworking.
Innovative.
And curious.
I've always been passionate about helping other people since I was a child. I never knew what capacity that would be in, but I was just always drawn to helping people who were in need, particularly advocating for people who were afraid to use their voice.
One of the things that inspired me was working with the next generation as well, right? I've always had a love for mentoring more than anything else in the world.
I have a bleeding heart for humanity, and that kind of facilitates all that I do.
I always had to work for the things that I wanted. I always had to earn the things that I wanted. But my mother was also really good at not telling me, no, I can't do something. No, I can't have something. She would always challenge me, what are you willing to do to get it? And so early on, I kind of developed an entrepreneurial spirit.
I'm also really inspired by people who make a concerted effort to give back to their communities. So whether that's resources or mentoring, that's something that is always very inspiring to me.
So for me, the inspiration comes down to seeing a youth thrive, seeing them get through obstacles, seeing them smile and persevere perhaps, and also being there to pick up the pieces if you need to. But ultimately, seeing them succeed, youth succeed, is of paramount importance to me.
Be patient with yourself. You don't have to have it all perfectly figured out from the very beginning. Utilize the resources that you have. Ask questions.
Make sure you choose a specialty or choose a niche in your profession so that you can really be the go-to person. What can you be known for? And it allows you to really hone in on a particular population that you can serve and that you can help.
I was once told, don't be a chameleon. And I laugh and joke, I'm 7 foot tall. I simply think any room that I'm going to go into, people would probably recall my height. But I think it's exhausting when you change who you are based on who you're interacting with. You change who you are based on the audiences. And so to be true to who you are, be comfortable in your own skin as a leader, as a friend, as a mentor, however you want to delegate it. Simply being comfortable in your own skin and being true to yourself.
It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to try something and it not work out. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to tell the people that are important to you that you love them. It's okay that you don't have all the answers. You don't have to be perfect.
Done is better than perfect. Stand in what you believe in. Trust your intuition.
Focus on how do you want to live, how do you want to contribute to society.
One of the things that you're always going to see is that the life has ups and downs. And the things that are going to keep you solid and the things that are going to keep you solvent in the work that you do is not quitting.
Really lean into what speaks to you loudest, what excites you, what wakes you up, keeps you up at night. Lean into those things and chase them.
I think the thing that drives me, that reminds me to be tolerant of others, to live in peace with others, is that I think I'm reminded at how much I am a recipient of grace. And I think I'm reminded that ultimately I deserve much worse than what I've been given. And so I think that because I've realized just how fortunate that I am, just how blessed that I am, just how I have not always gotten what I've deserved, that spurs me to extend grace to others. Extend grace to others in the way that I interact with them. Extend grace to others in the way that I understand them. Extend grace to others in the way that I live alongside of them.
The thing that I feel the most grateful for is the way that that life has stretched me to the point where my relationship with Christ has deepened. So it feels like every major milestone, whether that be something great or something very challenging, has stretched me to really lean on my relationship with Jesus Christ. And so that's something that I'm incredibly grateful for.
I think more than anything else, it's just really about the relationship you have with God. staying grounded, staying together, and also being able to just continue to go forward with life, and really being able to be present. I think that's something that's really important as well. I think so often we move, we're worried about what's next, and we don't take time to just be right here and right now. So I think that that's something that's really important as well.
My empathy allows me to feel other people's pain and other people's joy. I find it hard to walk into a space and not feel the energy of other people. And I think when I tap into that, that allows me to kind of walk in their shoes, and it makes me a lot more tolerant of people.
I think one of the challenges the next generation will face will simply come down to connectivity. We're in a society now that really is thrived and predicated on social media, how many likes, dislikes we're getting on certain posts. And I think that takes away from the overall connectivity. So I think when you think of how do you develop long-term relationships of substance, I think that I'm really fearful of the next generation or concerned about what they may face there. I also think the divide, when we think of the economic divide, the political divide, the divide along racial lines, it seems to be getting wider in many respects, and it seems to be getting a little bit more vicious in terms of how it's manifesting itself. So, I think the first concern obviously comes down to relationships, and the second comes down to self-confidence and how we're going to ensure that our Black and brown students in particular and youth will be comfortable in their own skin for generations to come.
I think the challenges that the next generation is going to face is the divisive nature of our society. Everyone seems to have a hard time with listening to other people who have differing opinions. And I think that those chasms cause a lot of disconnect and discord. So I think the next generation is going to have to work really hard on being accepting of others, even if they don't believe the same things that they believe.
So I think that this next generation, just like our generation has had the opportunity to, is going to have the opportunity to break some things. And, they're going to have the opportunity to never be afraid in doing so. And as they have the opportunity to break those things and create new ones, the real challenge for them is going to be about how do you completely turn the system upside down and create something better that's more equitable and more opportunistic for all of us to be able to benefit from.
Yeah, I want my legacy to simply be that I helped others. I think it's a privilege and nothing short of an honor to help people in life. I think we or at least I will never forget that it's an honor to help people, it's an honor to serve them, it's an honor to get to know them along the way. We're all on this journey in life, but I think if you have the ability to help and serve, I would encourage all of us to do so in any way we can.
Somebody who wasn't afraid to get their hands dirty, somebody who wasn't afraid to, do the things necessary in order for progress to take place. Being a great husband matters to me, being a great father matters to me, being a great son matters to me, being a great friend, all of those things. And I also want to be seen as somebody who did the most with what he had, right? I think potential is a dangerous word in our life and in our society right now, right? People have boatloads of potential all day long. But I think that more than anything else in the world, it's about what you do with that also allows you the opportunity to create a legacy. But I want to be somebody who made my family proud and who made myself proud.
So I would like for my legacy to be that woman, Black woman, who fought really hard to make sure that her colleagues received the due service that they deserved.
Les was the kind of person that no matter who you were, no matter what you were going through, he was always willing to help. He was always willing to listen. He was always there. He cared about his family. He was a present and loving and faithful husband. He was a caring and loving father. He loved Christ, but he didn't try to push it down people's throats. He really exemplified his faith by how he treated people. And so I want to be remembered for, just being present, being available, being caring, being a gift to whomever I'm able to interact with, and touching someone's life, even if it's just by smiling or embracing them.
I wanted to be something that demonstrates community and togetherness, collective work, nothing too self-centered, but also indicating that everybody has to be strong in their role in order for the machine to work well.
I want my legacy to be that I supported people in their dreams. So what I did, it sparked something in them and encouraged them to pursue their dreams. I also want to make sure that what I'm doing is leaving a better world for children in the future generations to be able to take it and run with it.
So I think we should not overextend ourselves as human beings. We should be diligent in our relationships, and last but not least, we certainly should not have promises that we can't fulfill.